Armenia. That's where we're going today. We got not quite all the boys in the studio, but most of the boys. We got Shane.
We got a special
stepping in.
A special boy.
And then we got all the regular boys. How's it going, Shane?
Going well, man. Glad to be back. It's been too long, so good to see y'all.
Yeah, he's back.
Glad you're back. And Shane knows a lot about Armenia. That's why we brought him in here. You're going to be our
special Armenian
special expert.
Expert, yes. I learned most of my knowledge in a cab ride in L.A. So
Sounds about right.
So, just going into Armenia, what do we know anything off the bat? What's our first impressions before we dive in? Anything stick out about Armenia?
No, but I'm sure as soon as you start talking, some of that stuff will come back. I did confuse Dua Lipa with Armenian, and she's not. She's Albanian.
Yeah, so there's...
that's going to be good for the search. You know, that name. This is get
us canceled real quick.
But no, I feel like Armenia, it's a pretty well-known country, at least. Or, you know, there's at least... we're moving up. We're going to some bigger places. This is our first time in the Caucasus region.
Okay.
I know it was a really dominant country for a long time. Like, there was an Armenian Empire, and, you know, and then it was kind of... Obviously, versus now, it's a lot smaller than it used to be. But one of my friend's grandpa's was Armenian. When he got to the U.S., they were kind of like not very friendly to him. So he used to just tell people he was Italian, just to like.
Yeah, it's a very ancient place. So it's been around for a long time. There's a lot of ancient history. We'll get into a little of it, but there's so much to cover with this place because it's been around forever. So yeah, that's kind of my impression too. I knew a little bit about it, but. Yeah, it's gone through a lot. And yeah. So let's get into the rundown then. So the capital, it's Yerevan. It's the main city. I think most of the people, maybe like a third of the country, live in the Yerevan, like live in or around Yerevan. So that's kind of the main city. There's a couple smaller ones, but I don't know. This is kind of the main place. So the size, so it's about 29,000 square kilometers or 11,000 square miles. So it's about the size of Maryland, which was actually way smaller than I thought it was going to be. I knew it was small.
Pretty tiny.
But Maryland's one of the smaller U.S. states. So yeah. For some reason, I thought it was bigger because there's a lot of history, a lot that goes into it. Right. But yeah, not too big.
And what is it bordered by?
Georgia? So, yeah. Right. Georgia, Turkey, Azerbaijan, and Iran.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So it's our first time in the Caucasus region. So we've been to the stands, which is, I don't know, close, but still very different. The Caucasus, it's
we
really...
never went to Georgia yet?
We haven't been to Georgia.
Oh, that's weird.
So this is actually the smallest country...
Georgia.
It's the smallest country in the Caucasus, and it's smaller than Georgia. Georgia's a pretty small country too, but there's definitely, I don't know. It's weird those three countries. So Azerbaijan, Armenia, and Georgia, and then you have like states of Russia like Dagestan and Chechnya, which are right there. So they're all kind of like somewhat culturally similar, but there's a lot of differences. So like Georgia, it's kind of more of like the tourist. Like there's more tourism in Georgia. Georgia doesn't really get along with Russia, so they're kind of more like allied with like NATO, like US and Europe. And I think Georgia's kind of more European. Azerbaijan's more like, I don't know, they're Muslim, probably closer to like Iran, I guess.
Right.
And then Armenia is kind of like in between. So
I saw that when I was in England. I met at a strip club, an Azerbaijani stripper, and she was very... I was like, nice. That's cool.
But yeah, I think like culturally, Azerbaijan and Armenia, like they're different. It's like different groups, but I think they're like similar just because it's the same region. So
right.
Yeah, you can imagine that Azerbaijani stripper and probably get a good feel for what.
There's more of you there. I like it.
But yeah, so that's kind of the difference. Like Armenia is kind of in between where it's Christian, but it's also, I don't know, they all have different allies and they all have different beefs. So yeah, it's a weird region, and I don't know the half of the history because it's been going on for thousands of years. But yeah, that's kind of the rundown, at least of the three Caucasus countries that are they're all kind of different, at least for like where they are in the region.
That's the three though. The Caucasus.
Yeah, those three, and then also
Russia.
like Turkey and southern Russia, which are similar, but or like that part of Turkey.
Right.
But yeah, those are all kind of the three or the things that make up this region. But the three actual countries that are like designated are those three. So we'll get into a little bit of that, but so the population, so it's 3.3 million. Most live in the city, the rest on the outskirts or other areas. But the crazy thing is 8 million. There's 8 million Armenians outside of Armenia. So there's more Armenians outside. And Shane was saying, the Armenia expert, that when he talked to the
local Armenia expert.
My cab driver in LA, he said, "Yeah, fun fact: there's more people living in LA than there are living in Armenia." And I was just like,
I think I
wrap my
heard
mind
that
around
before.
It was
Yeah,
just kind of mind blowing. So, I mean, yeah.
and I think LA's outside of like maybe Russia is probably the biggest Armenian population. Like that's always like Southern California is has a huge Armenian population.
Hmm.
So yeah, more there than in the actual country.
why California? Why do they go all the way over there?
We'll get into it. I don't know.
Smoking pot.
Yeah. No, there is a state in Azerbaijan called Ganja, so I don't know. Maybe you're onto something. No, but it all goes back to, I think, which we'll get into, but the Armenian genocide. I don't know why they picked California, but basically there was a mass movement of Armenians. And yeah, I don't know why LA, but they all ended up in
during World War I, right?
Yeah.
It was the Ottomans went after the Armenians. And
So-
there was some old beef to squash.
But it is interesting, like, why LA? I don't know. But they're there. So the language, so they speak Armenian, which it's kind of its own language. So at least for like European languages, they all use the Latin alphabet. There's three that don't. So it's Greek, Georgian, and Armenian have just their own alphabet.
Okay.
So they have their own alphabet, their own language. I don't think it's intelligible. Maybe Georgian's close, but they're not intelligible with other languages, and they use their own
They're
alphabet.
not like related. Like
So this is how old this place is. They've had their own alphabet. They've had their own ways, their own customs and stuff. So yeah, it's like a one of a kind language, I guess, as far as own alphabet, own grammar, probably.
Right.
So the religion. So we said they're Christian, which I think for this part of the world, most people are Muslim. It's surrounded by Turkey and Iran, but they're Christian, and they're also like their own branch of Christianity. So they have the Armenian Apostolic Church, and this is actually the first country that was Christian.
Interesting.
First one.
Like who?
Like recognize it as the national religion kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Back in like 300 AD, I guess. But I don't know what the difference is from that or like Greek Orthodox. I think it's like maybe derived from like Eastern Orthodox.
I think the thing with the Greek is they say like we are the first country to do it, maybe not as like the official religion. Like it started here before it was like Catholic,
Yeah,
They
yeah.
say, like no, it was like here. So,
But I guess in general, just like Eastern Orthodox versus like Catholic, like I don't know. I really don't know what the differences are. But then aside from that, what's the difference from like Armenian Catholic or Armenian Christian versus one of the others? But yeah, so they've been a longtime Christian country. And I think when we get into some of the history and stuff, it makes sense as why they've kind of been outcasted in the region, I guess. And then the currency, it's the Armenian dram. So they got their own currency.
drams for grams.
So that's the rundown, just a little bit. So once you're getting into the country, the physical geography. So it's super mountainous. It's landlocked.
Right.
No scuba diving here.
Jeff's already happy.
You know what? I'm going. Let's just end it. So super mountainous. The countryside looks pretty cool. You got a bunch of mountains, forests, got some lakes in there. They're very agricultural, so I think 50% of the country kind of works in agriculture. But since it's so mountainous, it's a lot of like fruits and nuts as opposed to like, I don't know, big crops. So yeah, so that's what they do. We mentioned some of their neighbors and some of the physical boundaries they have. So they don't really like Azerbaijan all that much because there's two regions that are like connected to Armenia that are ethnically Armenian, but they're run by Azerbaijan. So that's caused a lot of conflict. So if we're going there, I think we're staying away from these two regions because it's a little.
Yeah, there was a war not too long ago. It wasn't like a.
Yeah, so I think it was one of these regions. It's like a pretty big. I don't know, pretty big territory that Azerbaijan is controlling, and it's kind of one of those things where like nobody there wants to be part of Azerbaijan, but they want it to.
Interesting.
It's like in Moldova.
Yeah.
Right? That Russian,
in
episode number blank.
yeah.
Comment below.
One of those episodes. I think we're on 35 now.
Country
So.
320. 190.
But yeah, it was Transnistria was the Moldovan region that was they just like wanted to be Russian, controlled by Moldova. So there's one of these in Armenia or in Azerbaijan, but Armenia is like, nope, we think it should be ours. But the other thing to note with those three countries, so Azerbaijan's got a shitload of oil money, and they have like the biggest population and I think the biggest size. So they're kind of like the big dogs.
The big dog, yeah.
So I think it's hard
They do
for
what they
Armenia
want.
to try to take that region back. So.
Right.
Good luck. So yeah, so physical, we're talking mostly mountains, mostly inland.
Skiing, they have big mountains.
I don't think there's a big ski area. Like, so there's around Georgia, like on the Russian border. I think that's where like the Sochi Olympics kind of were.
Oh,
So I think they're more like snow-capped mountains. These are just kind of more big hills, but I think it's less of like the alpine kind of terrain and more just kind of like rocky.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so that's the physical. Are you painting a good picture of Armenia yet?
What's the average elevation?
I don't know. I don't think it's super high.
It's
but
mostly flat.
I know one of the main lake there that's kind of a big tourist attraction. I think it's one of the higher lakes in the world. But I don't think like overall I think it's
Ain't no Lake Titicaca though.
yeah. No, hell no.
Highest in the world.
Yeah. There's
Yeah, they say, I mean, we're not there. It's like you either live on the titty side or the caca side, depending if you're Bolivian or.
yeah, I guess depending on what you're into.
Or yeah, maybe one is.
If you're into scat, then we recommend the Caucasus side.
Interesting.
All right, so now we'll try to summarize this like 5,000 year history as quick as we can. But
We're not going to get in trouble for that, are
50
we?
seconds.
first, it was an ancient empire.
Whoa. You skipped a part.
We don't
So-
get canceled anymore. Things have changed.
Okay.
Maybe.
So there was cavemen.
Okay.
No, and then so I think first like the recognized was Urartu, and I think there were people there before, but I think this was kind of like
I remember hearing that word.
yeah, I don't know. I never heard of the Urartu people, but I guess this was like 860 BC. Also, another fun fact: Yerevan it's older than Rome, so people have been living there longer than one of the oldest cities we know.
That's not far from. How far is it from like Mesopotamia? Like
No, it's super close. That's why the word for wine is a Georgian word. You know what I mean? So that region is like, like it's
super
that
ancient.
stuff spread to Europe from there. You know,
Yeah.
that's for some of the people.
Right.
So I guess Urartu, I don't know if it was like the people or if it's just what they called it, but that was one of the early empires, let's say in like the ancient age. Then they had this guy Hayk,
Hayk.
Hayk.
Oh, okay.
Hayk.
That sounds, yeah.
He was the historical founder of Armenia. He was allegedly the son of Noah. So Noah from
We know
the
Noah.
Bible.
shit goes way back.
Yeah.
Noah's
and
been
so
around a long time.
another thing with this place,
He is forever.
so Yerevan, the main city, it's kind of close to the border of Turkey, and it's under the Mount Mount Ararat,
Okay, yeah.
which was apparently the site where Noah's Ark
Right.
sank.
Wow.
So
How convenient. Yes.
it's kind of like a symbol for the country, but it's owned by Turkey. And so they're like, well, that's kind of our land because it's changed borders so many times. So it's owned by Turkey, but
then Turkey's like, come and take it.
yeah,
And
exactly.
We can. We'd like to. We'd love to.
So this mountain's always been like kind of their national symbol.
Oh, that's,
And they can see it from their main city, but
I'm not taking sides, but I feel bad. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? I don't
it's
know.
like right
I don't know the others' histories. I don't want to get involved here.
yeah,
I
but
might go to Turkey one day, and I don't want to piss anybody off. They seem like a cool country, nice people, beautiful, smart people.
so that's kind of a big, not like landmark, but that's always been their symbol of like national identity is this mountain, and not even in their country. So, but they can see it, so they can admire it from
gaze
afar.
upon it, yeah.
They don't have to
That's all
take
you
care of
need.
it. It's
Right. Do the Turkish take care of it?
Turkish.
They love it. They love it.
I don't know.
They treat
the
it,
turduckens take care of
they
it.
treat it so good.
Well, we'll have to see on our Turkey episode, but yeah.
Next year,
It's sometimes
tuned
nice
for
not
that
having to do the
that's true.
maintenance.
That's true.
It's like a
just in general.
all right. So
It'll get better.
this I guess brings me to the first question. So we've talked a lot about Noah, his ark.
Oh, okay.
We've talked about CountryBoy Island. So
Whoa.
if we had to bring some, like let's just say a group of animals each on our ark going to CountryBoy Island, what are we bringing? And it doesn't have to be the coolest animals. We don't need an island infested with like hyenas and dodo birds.
Narwhals.
No, that should be cool though, Jeff. This
But-
is supposed to be
but-
the coolest island.
Yeah. So we need a mix of cool, but we also need some functional animals.
Yeah.
So like cows. So like some steers.
I mean, I don't know. Do we want cows on an island? That seems.
I mean, we may have a lot of methane, but there's a lot of that going around anyways.
but it's also, are we going to have the land and the resources to
farting.
deal with a bunch of cows?
No, I mean you just need a couple, right? You don't need a shit ton of them.
Well, let's just say this is our ark. We're bringing 5 animals to populate
You gotta
CountryBoy
have a
Island.
male and a female.
Two of
both.
each.
Two of each.
Two of
Yeah.
each.
You gotta bring a chicken.
Yeah, I think we
100%.
have to.
So
I
a
don't
chicken and a
see us not
rooster?
having-
Chicken, yeah, exactly.
Was that 2?
No,
So-
that counts as one. One
Was 2
animal.
roosters, 2 chickens?
No,
We're bringing 5 chickens, and that's it. All right. Next
Count that
question.
as foul.
Yeah, 5 chickens. That's it.
All right. So I think chicken has to be on the CountryBoy ark.
Makes sense.
Yeah, chicken's number 1 because you can deep fry it. You got eggs.
Exactly.
Pigs?
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Do we need pigs?
Nuggets, you got
Chicken
wings,
nuggets.
you got-
Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna have.
Imagine all the wings we could
I would
have.
hate to not have like.
Should be game day every day. Got our own pluckers.
I was just gonna say that. We're gonna call them the chicken place on fucking island.
Cluckers.
Ooh, I don't know.
No, that's not a good
that's
one.
weird.
We have to figure that out.
All right.
That's step 2.
Step 2. But that's later. That's later. We got the first animal for the first restaurant on CountryBoy Island.
So chickens. All right. That's a no-brainer. They're going on the ark.
I think we gotta, for companionship, I think you have to bring like a dog. I don't know.
Dog or cat? If we can
Yeah,
only bring
something.
one, what do we bring into CountryBoy
Dogs, but-
Island?
Gosh, I don't want
Then
to
we
clean
don't
the litter
bring
box,
cats.
man.
Then we don't bring cats.
No,
Again-
we do not bring cats.
We're not bringing cats.
I think we're going dogs.
I agree with dogs, but I feel like dogs like we could bring personal dogs. Like this
That
is more
doesn't count.
to like populate the island.
Okay.
Let's just say there's not a whole lot of like wildlife on the island. We need some like critters running around that also aren't going to kill us.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
I think rodents are out. We don't
Pigs
want
can
any
turn into
rodents.
boars or whatever, right? Wouldn't that be bad?
Yeah, maybe we should. And also, I feel like CountryBoy Island.
Yeah, I feel like pigs might
Also,
need to
CountryBoy
make the
Island. I
cut.
don't want to like. I want Muslims to be able to come there and be like, it's cool.
You don't have to eat 'em.
Yeah. That like we don't
We have
push
chicken.
that on you. We have chicken and maybe no cows. And we
feel-
have almond milk and soy milk farms.
Okay, so maybe we need one more practical animal.
No
So
water.
Oh yeah. Also,
maybe a fish.
Ooh.
What do you mean?
Like a salmon?
It's
Can
an
we- do
island.
we have a
It'll be
river?
all the fish
Well-
in the
we
world
could
is
have
going to
a
be
mountain.
I
on
know,
the
but we-
shores.
What if they all die out, right? Like we.
The ocean?
But again, we don't know where CountryBoy Island's going to be. So
Yeah, it could
we
actually
can have our own like
peninsula.
fishery on the island with salmon. Look,
Yeah.
We could be salmon ranchers.
Yeah.
Or farmers. What do they call that?
Okay.
like a shrimp. We want some sort of reliable.
Ooh, I'm not really a big shrimp guy, but if you guys want it, that's fine. I can take a concession.
What's
on
the
that.
Shrimp cocktail
wild fish
all day
you can
long,
think of?
baby.
Like a cod or like a whitefish or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
you know,
something.
like
A cod?
nice.
I mean, I know tilapia are bottom feeders. I don't know if that's easy, but I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
some
good.
fish and chips would be nice.
Yeah,
though,
we
you
don't
know?
want to not have fish and chip night. We don't want to
Oh man.
I mean, I feel like a salmon. Let's just say in this hypothetical
Salmon's very
thing,
versatile.
it's versatile.
It is.
It's assuming we're in
healthy.
like a tropical place. There's not going to be salmon. So
I really want CountryBoy Island to be in a warmer place. You know what I mean? It feels.
oh yeah, we're not getting an island like in Greenland or somewhere.
Yeah, or
we're going
like
tropical.
Franz Josef land. You know, it's like somewhere up in the fucking top there.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
I mean, salmon's a safe choice.
Do you think we need like beasts of burden? You know, like donkeys or something to help us do things? Like in case the
Something. I would
machines
imagine like
break
a
down?
horse or some sort of
Ooh, yeah. So
Horse.
we can bring either like a horse or a donkey, horses or donkeys or an ox.
something
or
that can pull something, right?
Maybe horses.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because then we can ride them.
Chickens and horses.
so chickens, horses,
Chickens.
Dogs
horses.
are.
What did we decide for the fish? We got a fish.
Yeah, salmon.
Salmon.
We just want
Salmon?
salmon.
All right.
So that's 3.
So
Yeah.
those are 3, and then I think the other 2. So we've kind of gone through the practical animals.
What's the?
Maybe we need a couple fun ones to spice up the island.
Ooh.
Hawk.
Yeah. I wanted to say a hawk, man. I was just gonna.
Well, I was gonna say like a vulture because
Okay.
they're like
Carrion.
economical.
Yeah,
They'll pick up shit, dead shit.
Yeah. I don't want to pick that shit up.
All right.
Okay.
No, but not really that. Not a vulture.
Maybe like a penguin.
Ooh, I don't know that we'll be in a good. Maybe in our zoo. We can just have.
CountryBoy Zoo.
I don't know if we can have.
Admission.
Hey, it's our island. We can make up the rules.
Maybe we have a very cold.
That's
Okay,
region.
maybe not a penguin, but what's like another like just kind of fun animal to have around?
Like
Like we had we'd gone to Mauritius where the dodo birds were, and
Okay,
we know those
yeah,
are extinct,
Yeah,
but
people love dodo
some
birds.
sort of, or maybe the chickens will be fun enough. I don't know. Maybe we don't need another bird.
I mean, monkeys always sound fun, but then they're just terrors. Like and all
Yeah,
that.
that was also on Mauritius. They terrorized the island and
right.
drove everyone out.
what's like cool, playful like animal? You know.
A koala.
Koala.
Oh, that
That's
kind
kinda
of
cool.
Yeah, I feel
Don't
like
the
we're
koalas
kind
have
of-
diseases and shit?
We get shots. Is that the one? We can give them shots and things, and we get the best koala experts money.
The koalas
Maybe
like
like a
chlamydia
giraffe.
or something.
I feel like a giraffe wouldn't.
Pretty rad.
We need a
actually.
flex animal. That
Yeah.
would be the giraffe or an elephant. I think we need
That's a
something.
classic Noah's Ark animal, the giraffe.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like having a giraffe around would be cool. They're not going to fuck with stuff.
And I do
So
think
its
I
head's
like
always
the
sticking
vision.
out of the roof.
Yeah, you have to have a sunroof for the giraffe.
I'm good.
But
with
I mean, it's an island, so some parrots or something. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Get some sort of a tropical
I don't know if
bird.
I want talking sassy birds, but
That would be fun.
Let's bring our best friends, the grackles.
ooh, okay.
Let's just
Okay.
spread them throughout
New
the world.
Austin.
Everybody
Yeah.
can
Bald
be
eagle,
sitting around our
it's
fucking
patriotic.
grocery store.
Or turkey. We turkey's our national animal.
Yeah, I feel like it might be too close to chickens.
That's
I feel
true.
like we'd have to
Yeah,
pick between
yeah,
turkeys or
yeah.
chickens.
We
Yeah,
don't.
true.
We only want to deep fry one of the two. You know what I mean?
Where did we land on the pig? Oh, that's
We
back
said
there.
no.
Sorry,
We said no because the
How about
pores.
it, like
has
a
natural fear of
reptile?
pores. Okay, Gila monster.
Like a duffel bag full of cobras.
I don't know if we want cobras all over the island,
We
but
definitely don't want fucking cobras. In the island.
Just want to
as cool as it would be,
I mean, unless we have like a rodent problem, and then we bring
Gotcha.
cobras.
yeah.
Maybe we can bring a
So
non-poison.
what's the coolest non-threatening snake?
Gardener.
non-threatening. I don't know. They're
I
all.
don't know. I don't want to be like.
I feel like any
So, like,
snake
what
that
about-
isn't
what-
threatening isn't cool.
What about that is true.
True.
A snake without street cred. What about like a reptile with arms and legs? You know,
like an iguana.
Yeah.
Iguanas are pretty cool.
Bearded dragon. or-
That'd be cool.
Okay.
Just have them running around, spitting blood and everything.
And you could eat iguanas too if you need.
Yeah.
True.
They make. We could just find some animal and like make a drug from their spit, like with these
Like
the
a
Gila
frog.
monster.
Gila monster.
Yeah. That's they make all the
That's cool.
anti-fat shots are made from that.
Interesting.
Or like was based on that chemical structure.
Like the Ozempic? And
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
Shut up.
No, not even joking. Early
Interesting.
90s, this guy was like, found out, and then like people were like, no, that's fucking crazy. And then like now it's like one of the biggest drugs in the world. So
Interesting.
Damn.
From what now?
Gila monsters,
Really?
saliva or spit or whatever.
No shit.
Yeah,
I
like the
did not
chemical
know that.
structure of it is
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, what Ozempic's based on.
No shit. Did not know that.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Well, I don't know. Do we want to go with an amphibian, like have some cool frog,
Ooh, I like frogs. Yeah, frogs are cool.
Well, I mean, if we can make Ozempic, then none of our...
Yeah, maybe we make frog
Nobody will be
Ozempic.
fat. It'll
We
be the
make
healthiest
frog-
island known to
We'll make
man.
frog Ozempic.
We have to make sure the dogs we bring as companions don't eat the frogs. Just, everyone knows that dogs love frogs.
Oh, so
All
she
kinds
knows.
of... Right. How many,
Yeah, no.
how many animals we got now?
So we got chicken,
Chicken.
salmon, giraffe. What was the other?
Horse?
Horse.
Is that what we came down on?
I
This
think
horse?
we did. I mean,
I mean, I feel like iguanas.
That's fine. I like
I'm good with an
iguanas.
iguana.
Yeah, yeah.
I could see like even on the flag having some iguana with like sunglasses would be cool.
An
yeah,
iguana
dude.
wearing jinkos,
Yeah.
sunglasses.
Iguanas are just
and
cool.
Middle fingers out, like or doing the.
Pretty
DX
sure I
suck
wore
it.
that
Can we,
t-shirt.
like,
Yeah.
I was thinking that like I tried to get in the DX cam at SmackDown. I was really trying, and they didn't fucking get me. And I was like, please take me doing the suck it. And it really did make me think. I'm like, man, we need something like that. Like that.
Yeah.
That's another episode.
Okay.
So yeah, we could have the iguana cam and have people make lizard faces.
Ooh,
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's a pretty good arc.
I like it.
what do you think Justin would say? What animal do you think he would bring to the arc table?
Not a clue. Wouldn't be rat.
He'd say dog. I mean, he would have brought dog up. He seems like a dog dad. So.
Yeah, and I think we can still bring dogs, but we don't want like packs of dogs running around the island, turn into Kiribati or some of these other
Yeah.
places we've been to where it becomes a hazard pretty quick. So,
Gotta tie them tubes.
but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what
doctor?
Justin would want.
I don't think we have doctors.
Maybe
on
an
this island
elephant?
yet.
Or what's the one where you wrap the thing around the ball sack and then it falls off.
Oh God.
Nightmare fuel.
I don't know. My friend that has like.
I don't know what the term
they
is
do
for that, but-
for.
It's awful.
All right, well,
That's how they get rid of the balls. They just fall off. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, dude. He has goats, and that's what they would do.
well, I think we have a pretty good list.
We didn't
Yeah,
talk about
we can-
goats. I'm just kidding. No, they'll terrorize the land. They are cute, but no, we're not gonna do goats.
Yeah, that'll be on the next arc that comes over. We'll do goats, and
All right, goats. Your next arc.
you're on the B
Said
team
it.
arc.
Said it. If there's
All right, so
such a dad, maybe.
Maybe we don't
Talk about
even
it one
ship.
day.
Maybe we don't even have a second shift.
we'll see how it goes. All right, so we talked about BC, Noah. Then it was part of the Persian Empire for a while. So this is still BC. And then I guess Thaddeus and Bartholomew were two of Jesus' disciples. So allegedly they're the ones who spread it, but there was also some other guy who kind of made it popular. So that's what brought Christianity there. So now we're in
Martin
the
Thad.
Yeah, I was curious.
third
about that.
century.
Okay.
Then
That's crazy.
they gained independence. I guess sometime in the Middle Ages, became the Armenian Empire. So they were their own empire for a while. There was this guy Mesrop Mashtats who invented their kind of crazy alphabet. And if you see their calligraphy, it's pretty crazy. It's not really like anything else. So then, this is 884. There was a new dynasty. They thrived as like another empire, and I think all throughout this time they're constantly being conquered. Some new rulers, some new people coming in. A lot of the Armenians, I think, during around this time, like still Middle Ages, they all moved out to like somewhere in southern Turkey, and they started a like new Armenia. And then I think they got kicked out and moved back at some point. Then they were overtaken by the Mongols, like everyone else around.
Right.
Then the Turks. So back and forth for a while. And then I guess around the 1500s, they were kind of in between a war zone between the Ottoman Empire and I guess whatever the Persian Empire was, like Iran at the time.
Yeah.
Went back and forth 14 times over like 200 years. So just constantly being invaded.
Right.
And
Somebody's just
then
running over their country.
Yeah, because it's right in between. So
Right.
everyone's
So they're
going
just-
there and being like, well, I'm going to take this.
You're mine now.
Then they became a province of the Russian Empire. So this is like 1700s. Became part of the Russian Empire. That's when I guess a lot of these Armenians moved back to the territory from that other one. So Russians. Then they became, I guess, around World War I, the Ottomans and the Russians were fighting. Probably went back and forth a couple more times. But then the Ottomans got nervous. So this is going into the Armenian genocide. So the Ottomans got nervous about, these Armenians who have kind of been around for a while, and they basically like declared war on them. They, I guess, were threatened by them, or just kind of that was like the closest link to the Russian Empire. So that's when they did the Armenian genocide, and it's apparently like 1.5 million people, which is still like a big issue. So needless to say, Armenia hates Turkey,
Right.
and they hate Azerbaijan. So they're kind of like they're two neighbors they're not really cool with.
Right.
So during that period, I guess 1920s, sometime around World War I, because of the genocide, a ton of Armenians fled. So that's when they all went to LA, Russia, everywhere else. Hence why there's more Armenians outside of Armenia. Then they were part of the USSR. I think they had independence after World War II for like 2 years, and then became part of the USSR. And then 1991 became their own country.
Right.
So a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
It's crazy to only be a country for that long, like their own country.
Yeah. And I think why, I guess Armenians have always kind of been persecuted is because they were like this one little region that was Christian. Everyone around was like Muslim invaders or Russian invaders who, just didn't see eye to eye with them. So I think as Armenians, they've always kind of felt like, they've always been fighting like an uphill battle because they're this tiny little
small
group of people. So that's their history.
Interesting.
And condensed as possible. But yeah, I'm sure there's way more. Would have loved to find some crazy characters, but there's just too much, dude. It's
Right. You got to
too much.
If you know any crazy characters, let us know.
Yeah.
It is in the
go through a
comments.
semester
Yeah,
worth of
don't
school
forget to
on
hit that subscribe button.
And the like button. Those are both
There
important.
you go, yes.
But so just going into the cultural stuff. So for being so small, there is a lot of well-known Armenians or people of Armenian descent. So
Let's hear 'em.
just a couple. So we have System of a Down,
Oh, yeah.
all Armenian.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
But they're like Turkish though, right? Like I always thought they were like from Turkey, but is that not?
No,
are
I
they
think
actually
they're from
Armenia?
LA, but
Oh,
of
okay.
Armenian descent. But I think
Makes way more
I don't
sense,
listen to a lot of System of a Down, but I think their lyrics are a lot about like Armenian struggles and stuff.
Right.
Oh, okay. And I'd heard too that like within the band that like there was like a lot of political divide and like you know what I mean that like they weren't all on the same page
really?
on things. And I went said like I was really surprised by that. You know what I mean?
Huh.
It's like because they were like from another place and
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I couldn't tell you specifics, but I was like, oh, that sounds but that's any band, right? Like,
Is the whole band Armenian, or is it like is Serge?
I know he is.
main
I
guy.
think they all are,
Okay, interesting.
or at least
I think that's what I
yeah. I'm pretty sure they're.
Is eating seeds a pastime activity of
Well, that does
Armenians?
make sense.
Well,
What he said for the crops. He said more of the crops were smaller.
Just curious. I'm trying to pick out some of the
Nuts,
lyrics.
yeah.
I'm like,
fruits
oh, okay.
and nuts than like corn. So maybe, man.
We're not talking about corn.
We're talking about System of a Down.
No.
Do they eat limp biscuits? Is that, another one which I didn't know it, but Andre Agassi, the tennis player,
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
he was.
Okay.
I guess he's like Iranian Armenian, so maybe a
Hybrid.
half and half.
Yeah.
No idea.
But yeah, I had no idea he
That's why
was.
he's so powerful.
There's
Yeah.
Cher.
He was.
I never realized Cher was Armenian.
Wow.
Didn't know
Wow.
that either.
Wow.
That's that.
Learn something new every day.
Kim
Not-
Kardashian,
not
which
Sunny, though.
is probably the most famous
Oh yeah.
person of Armenian descent.
I
But
thought she was just
That's
Persian
funny, I
more.
didn't even-
I
yeah,
I thought.
I think anytime like YAN or IAN is the like last part of your name, it's like you're almost always Armenian. I guess that's like most of the surnames end with like IAN.
Sharian, Serge Tankian. I don't know what Cher's last name is. I'm trying to think.
It's something like I don't know, something with an IAN.
Interesting. Okay.
What was Sonny?
Hey, Sonny.
Just like a white guy.
I think he was Italian.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Super talented, but not a good skier.
Too soon.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
40 years later.
I think it's been enough time. Just so the next generation's more prepared for their skiing trips.
Fair.
So apparently, Seymour Skinner from The Simpsons was Armenian.
Oh, really?
I saw that come up.
That's wild.
Uh,
He was a POW in Vietnam. And they could never get the spices quite right back in the States.
and then also, there's a lot of like, I guess, famous Armenians, but just to kind of, I don't know their names, but what they did was Zildjian Cymbals.
Oh,
Big
nice.
cymbal company.
Yeah, huge.
The inventors of the MRI, plastic surgery, and like a lot of physicists were Armenian. So
Wow.
Interesting.
got some smart motherfuckers over there.
That's what I was going to say.
So once you're there, what are some of the cultural stuff? So there's a lot of like, at least in Yerevan, there's a lot of brutalist architecture, which is like kind of like Soviet.
Trending movie. I actually just saw the definition of that today of what brutalist architecture is. So,
Hey, the stars are aligning.
Yeah. Go check out the movie.
But yeah, so at least in Yerevan, there's a lot of kind of like this brutalist architecture that's kind of like Soviet era, but
Yeah, big blocky.
They said it was like
Describe it.
everything needed to be rebuilt, so it was like it makes sense to everything be functional. So if you see the structure of something, like the bones that hold it together, it doesn't matter because like
It
the
works.
building's fucking done. So like who
Right.
cares that it could be prettier, but like it still has a certain look to it about its.
yeah, there's a
Like-
certain aesthetic. And I think what's different here than a lot of like, when you think of, I don't know, just Soviet architecture, it's kind of just generic. Where here, everything's made out of this like pink stone. So it's a little more, I don't know, I guess some of the architecture, it has that resemblance, but it's more impressive because it's like carved out of stone.
Right.
But still, I guess, has that kind of brutalist style, we'll say, which, yeah, I honestly didn't really know too much until going into it. So when you're in
Is that Adrian
Yerevan,
Brody? Adrian.
what was the movie?
It's called
The
The Brutalist.
Brutalist.
Oh,
And it's like
yeah,
it's
it's
like
Adrian
a really
Brody.
everyone says go check it out. So I haven't seen it, but yeah, and that's why like my Instagram feed, I like saw today what it meant or something told me.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Gotcha, yeah.
yeah, he was like he escaped World War II and then came to America and became an architect, and that was his like style. So it's just his story of.
Didn't know that.
That's cool.
Should do well for like you're hitting some. I think we're like hitting some trending stuff in this one. You know, we're talking about.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian, the brutalist,
Cher.
Andre Agassi.
Just Kanye, mental problems. Kanye. Trump. Okay, cool. We should come up some more people's feet now. Good. Should take care of our numbers.
So one of these brutalist kind of monuments or sites you go to. So there's this cascade complex in Yerevan. It's basically these big stairs going up the side of a mountain, and there's a bunch of like art and fountains. There's some pretty crazy like sculptures. I guess I don't know. There's like a bunch of sculptures where everyone's like real fat. So that's something you can see there.
Yeah.
Also in Yerevan, there's this big market where they have a lot of like the local fruits and nuts and stuff. Then one of the places you can go to, Armenia, it's kind of like the wine region. We mentioned they were like ancient winemakers. So I guess they have their own style of wine. They also have a lot of brandy there.
So we have some right here. Just kidding.
And the sailors say, "Brandon, you're a fine girl."
So yeah, so that's one of the
Looking glass.
areas. And then Lake Savon, I guess, is kind of like the main lake where they have a lot of stuff to do. And maybe you can scuba dive there if you want, but
Squirrels
scuba
riding
diving in
jet
lakes.
skis, all this
yeah,
shit.
you can probably jet ski there. But the lake looks cool, and it's like within the mountains, and it's like I think it's 5% of the country is just this lake.
Oh shit! So it's a huge.
So
lake.
it's a big,
Okay.
big
yeah,
lake.
Damn.
yeah. Interesting.
So that's just some of the cultural stuff. We'll get more to like the activities and things you can do, but that's just a little preview.
Oof.
So
What's
food
your
and
best-
drink. So the food looks pretty good here. So they
Fuck
have
yeah.
one of their main things. I guess it's like a UNESCO food, or it's like a protected thing. But they have
Yeah.
this lavash bread. It's kind of like a thin flatbread that's all over. So that's I think served with most of the meals, that's just everywhere, is this bread. They have gapama, which is baked pumpkins, and then in the middle you have like a rice pilaf with nuts and herbs.
Sounds good.
Looks pretty good. They have these things called korovats, which are basically just kebabs, spiced meat. They have dolma, which are
Dolma.
yeah, they're all over, but I guess they have their own specific dolma.
Okay.
Which so usually it's stuffed with it's like grape leaves stuffed with like minced meat.
Right.
But I think they also do it in peppers here. That might be what's different from Armenian dolma versus other dolma.
Stuffed peppers. Sign me up.
And then they have this candy. It's like a stick of walnuts wrapped or like covered in like a, I don't know, some sort of sugary paste.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. The food looks good.
I'll take that double paste. Double the sugar paste online.
Well,
I'm not here for the walnuts or whatever bullshit.
Somewhere they called it the Armenian Snickers. These things. So
Interesting. Okay.
I don't think they taste like Snickers, but
That's their.
When you get hungry and you're not you, that's
crabby.
what you eat.
Yeah.
when you're crabby in Armenia, you find one of these.
What do they call it?
I don't have the name. I just put walnuts wrapped in paste.
Walnuts wrapped in
That's
paste.
a terrible
Another
name.
walnut
If you
wrapped in
know it,
paste,
put it
please.
down in the comments.
Hit us in the comments section. I can hit that subscribe and like. Then hit the comments, but
Yeah, no, the food looks good, and it's. I think because it's been conquered by so many people, like
sure.
they got to have some good food.
I feel like they were on some good spice routes too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, that helps for like
has
those
to be.
people when they're like having more
Right.
flavors to choose from.
Yeah.
God
Yeah, no,
knows
it definitely
I'm
had to be
cooking, I need
on
more.
some sort of like route in the spice trade, and yeah, and I mean it's by Turkey. They got good food, so yeah, food looks pretty good. But yeah, you never hear of Armenian food. Maybe in LA, but
No,
I've
I
never
guess not,
never been to an Armenian restaurant. All right, so activities. What are we doing once we're in Armenia?
Eating seeds.
We're gonna-
Hiking? Laking?
We'll probably do some hiking, some legging. So chess here is huge. It's actually taught in the schools. It's the only. I think it's the only country where like chess is like a
Extracurricular.
curriculum.
Searching for
part of the
Bobby
It's part of the
Fischer.
curriculum.
Gotcha.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a good one.
yeah.
Do they have like world class chess players come out of that?
Yeah, I think they do, and I think it's everywhere too. So if you're, I think going around, like
Yeah.
people are just playing chess everywhere. There's like chess shops. You can get like some
Do they
novelties.
take checkers
yeah.
people not serious.
Yeah, if you play checkers here,
I'm
get the fuck
sorry, I'm
out.
more of a checkers guy.
Yeah.
Yes,
No, not here. They're
Less street cred.
They'll
It's
look
been
down
like
on
my
you.
whole life. It's like all checkers. They're like, dude, you got. I'm like, I don't know which way they move.
My
Like,
preschooler, you. Yeah, no, I don't
But
know.
I like checkers because it's like clack, 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 clack. You know,
Yeah.
there's more combo moves. I don't think there's really combo moves in chess.
Not like that,
Yeah?
no.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No.
I think
There's no pizzeria pretzel move. You know, there's no
yeah, there might.
combos.
I don't know. There might be like one combo move in chess, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. But yeah, dominoes, get out of here. Chinese checkers, get the fuck
yeah,
out.
more of a domino motherfucker.
Yeah. Not in Armenia.
And they checkers, dude.
Well,
And Chinese checkers, you know, that's a fun one.
you'll get laughed out of
Play
town.
that one.
So yeah, so that's just one thing. Chess is crazy. Where I don't know, you never think of it as like that big of a thing, but
Right.
they love it here. So there's the Geghard Monastery, which is a medieval monastery. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There's a ton of monasteries here too. So I think that's one of the things you're doing is going to these. Like they kind of look like small castles, but
Right.
all
Fuck
like
yeah.
throughout the mountains and in the mountains they have all these monasteries. But
Lots of gargoyles. What's have you?
no, so it's actually like an older building. Like it doesn't look like I don't know.
Probably won't be going.
Like yeah, no checkers, no gargoyles. Count me out.
No, to the monasteries. I'm not going to.
Well, I feel like getting outside the city, that's the main thing to do is go travel around and see
Yeah.
some of these. And I mean, they look pretty insane, at least like the
do
landscape.
you think
and
the small town girls would be impressed with our country boy ways? You know, if we did venture out.
I don't know. Maybe not if you're not playing chess. If you play chess, they probably would be impressed with you.
All right, so brush up on your chess skills.
Chess.
Chess skills.
Chess for chess.
But apparently in this monastery, there is the spear that stabbed Jesus.
Damn.
So that's their claim to fame.
That was actually in a recent Indiana Jones movie. At the
Yeah,
beginning
yeah,
of
yeah.
it, then it was a fake, and they wanted the time-changing clock.
Wait.
Yeah, that's right.
It was actually better than the Crystal Skull. The Crystal Skull made like a bad taste in my
Right.
mouth. I never wanted to see.
I don't think I saw that one.
It's pretty good. I saw it over Christmas.
It wasn't
with my
too
mom's.
bad.
It wasn't too bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Too bad.
It's one way of putting it.
I didn't feel bad about my time watching it afterwards.
Yeah,
So that's
right.
That's a good movie to me.
Well, hey, maybe this is that spear. Maybe Indiana Jones is trying to go to this
I was
monastery.
gonna say, I bet Indiana Jones, whether it was in a movie, there was other times when he was in Armenia. I mean, I don't know if he was in. Did you do that? Did that come up in your research, Jeff?
I didn't see anything about Indiana Jones, but I don't know. Tell us. Let us
Yeah,
know.
let
Did
us
Indiana Jones visit your country?
Indiana Jones isn't real.
Indiana Jones whipped my mom.
That wasn't a documentary?
That was a different movie. That wasn't indie.
Yeah, that Nazi guy melted.
So another one. So they have this temple of Garni, which is the only I guess the only temple from Greek time. So it's like a Greek temple that I think in the whole USSR, it's the only, or from the former Soviet Union country, it's the only one that has a Greek temple. And I guess it got bombed, and then they rebuilt it from the exact same,
Dimensions or whatever.
or no, the exact same blocks.
Oh, interesting.
So they pieced it back together.
Oh.
Rebuild it, motherfuckers.
Yeah, but it took them 200
will
years,
rebuild.
but they rebuilt it with all the same bricks.
Wow. That's pretty
Dang,
interesting.
that's
But it got bombed by old school bombs, not by plane bombs.
Right. It's kinda
Yeah,
crumbled
I don't know when it got
as opposed
bombed, but
to-
yeah.
it was probably cannons,
Cannons. Okay, that's better.
not
Jeff.
like a nuke
Don't
getting
use.
dropped
Yeah,
on
I
there.
feel like when I thought it was more recent. You're like, it took 200 years. I'm like, dude, your timelines are way fucked. I was like, there's no planes. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of bomb, but yeah, apparently it was rebuilt from the same. But it looks crazy. It's this Greek temple that's kind of on a ledge overlooking a valley. So then they have Etchmiadzin, which is I guess the oldest cathedral in the world.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
So that's going back. There's old, man, this word is insane. Old Konzorek cave village. So I think this is super old, probably a couple thousand years old, but cavemen, Neanderthals, whatever.
Oh, go see some of the drawings and prehistoric drawings and all that whatnot.
Yeah. So it looks
OG
like
humans. man.
Yeah.
just old cave dwellings. And then, a bunch more monasteries, which we won't get into, but we'll show a bunch of pictures. And then
Insert visual aid.
they also,
Here and here.
that one cave village was one. I guess there's also the Areni one cave complex where they found the oldest shoe, oldest brain, and the oldest winery.
Oldest
dating
brain?
back, or I guess it was a piece of a brain, but still intact. I guess playing all that chess keeps your noggin sharp.
Were they playing chess back then? Now your timeline's really getting out of
Stop
whack.
fact checking me, all right? No, but I guess this dated back to 5,000 BC. So,
Nice.
but it was the oldest enclosed shoe, I guess, that they found.
Interesting.
'Cause before people were just wearing
It'd be so crazy if
Sandals and-
advancements in technology, if they could take a piece of brain and actually see the memory somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
things, but that seems like a really cool thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Would be.
And then I guess just some of the last things. So they have this alphabet monument that's just a bunch of their characters.
How many characters are in their alphabet?
38.
Wow.
Actually, I remember that one. But yeah, it's like that in Georgian. When you see it written out, it looks like Elvish,
So-
from Lord of the Rings, like an elf.
Oh, okay.
Not everything is bigger in Texas.
Yeah, our alphabet isn't.
The alphabet's kind of it could be bigger.
And then I guess the last thing, in Yerevan, it seems like there's a lot of cool stuff, like cafes and bars and things. But they have this museum, the Matinidaron, which has a collection of all these super rare and obscure manuscripts, and it's all just old written stuff. But it's not just from there; it's from
Like all over.
Ethiopia and all. But I guess it's one of the oldest or one of the biggest collections of old manuscripts. That's like a pretty big museum, I guess.
The other ones all burned down, Jeff.
Alexandria.
Alexandria and Babylon.
So I think this might be one of the places that has like just super ancient.
One of those scrolls was on loan from Alexandria. Though,
Yeah.
So from
Along with
there,
that Jesus spear that.
that was
they
on
kept.
loan too.
That's pretty cool.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of ancient shit here.
If we were like Hudson Hawk style, like relic thieves, this would be a pretty cool place.
Carmen
for us to be
Sandiego.
like, Carmen Sandiego mixed with Hudson Hawk, and there was one more I was going to say. It was Bruce Willis in the early '90s, and like it was this decent movie. It was
a movie?
Yeah, it was okay. And the premise was this guy had found like the way to turn Da Vinci's like to turn lead into gold, or maybe it was. What's his name? Archimedes, but it was somebody like that. It was like, and he's like, I'm gonna ruin the economy of the world by turning all the lead into gold. But like, it was an okay movie, you know. But anyways,
Yeah, missed that.
He was a cool thief. Yeah, it was
Yeah. But no, there's definitely.
That should also do well in the numbers. You're like, oh, Hudson Hawk, that is trending. Searching the fucking YouTube for Hudson Hawk clips. CountryBoyz, bring me up to date on shit.
Do you hashtag all these things?
Dude, why do you think I'm getting so many views?
I mean, we will now.
Why do you think I'm getting so many views?
Hashtag share.
Hashtag Sonny is Italian. Probably.
Not a good skier.
Hashtag it's been long enough.
All right, so what are we thinking?
I mean, for historical purposes, yeah.
Exactly what I was
I
gonna
mean,
say. See
there's
some
not a whole lot
manuscripts, man. Go back in time essentially by seeing all these cathedrals and
Monasteries.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
you know, it might run into the, kind of be monotonous after a little bit, but at the same time.
Matt, you didn't ask what the club scene is like there.
I don't care about the club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you go here for the more cerebral side of your,
Sure. Left brain shit, right? Right brain's
Go
club.
party somewhere else. Like we're going to like.
As far as hanging out here, like I think the city, there's plenty to do at night. It's a Christian country, so you can drink there. It's safe, so you don't have to worry about anything. Like it's super safe, unless you're in that like war zone or the disputable region with Azerbaijan. But anywhere else you're going in here, you're safe. You can go around.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah, fuck yeah.
All right. Well,
Justin, do you think he would go?
I think Justin would go.
Yeah, I do too. If we went, he would go with us. Too.
Yeah.
He'd probably
We'll speak for Justin and
Hard
say
to
he'll
stop 5
go.
country boys.
He does have the highest no rate, but I think this place. He's like 50-50.
We're bringing that rate up for him.
Yeah.
Those are rookie numbers, Justin. Bump them up.
I'm at 100%. I'll go anywhere. Fuck it.
Unless they have snorkel.
Staying right here in Pflugerville, Texas.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Now his haters are going to fucking find him. I hope you're happy.
Edit that out.
Okay, Jeff.
on it.
I don't know this backstory, but I have a feeling I'm going to hear.
Seems
about
like
it
a cool country. Seems fun. No red flags. A lot of cool, interesting
A lot of cool
stuff.
stuff, cool history. Yeah.
I feel like you would also probably need at least a guide for like a day to just understand like all the history. Because if you're just walking around all these monasteries and
you
stuff,
wouldn't
you're gonna
get
be like, yeah, what's the difference between this?
They
one and
speak
this one?
English there?
A little bit, but I think it's probably not like I don't think it's like an overwhelming amount of people. Maybe probably in the city. Once you get out of there, probably good luck.
Not so
but
much, yeah.
I feel like all that tech they showed us, I'm like, no, it like instantly translates in your ear. I need to get that kind of thing for Armenia.
Yeah, you definitely need the Google Translate app and
with the ear thing, so I can just do it right away.
Well, all right. Well,
Cool.
We're going to
We're
Armenia.
there.
So
Save your
next, let's see. I feel like we gotta knock out some more islands. So
Yeah, we got a lot of those to go.
we haven't been to the South Pacific in a little while. Maybe we'll
check it out.
check out. Let's say Marshall Islands.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
This
There's
is
things
Marshall.
We'll see.
Was that a movie? This is Marshall?
This is Marshall.
Yeah.
It's like a marching
Forgetting
band
Sarah
football
Marshall?
movie.
I don't know.
But they got together.
It was a dude from Lost.
Yeah, and then like half the people on the
And he
football
was the
team got
coach of
hurt,
Marshall
and then the
and-
band had to step up.
Yeah, they died in a plane crash or something, right?
Oh no, different movie.
Something like that.
Yeah, we were talking about.
You're thinking of Con Air.
No, you're thinking of Alive, Con Air, and that movie
No, I think that-
Ladybugs. You're combining all three.
Probably. Yellow Jackets and all that. They were eating each other. What? Oh.
All right, that's a good note. To
All
leave.
right, well, we'll see you in the Marshall Islands.
All right.
Then.